What are the messages for Libra? What are the messages for Libra? What are the most important messages for Libra? See, this one's sticking out. Okay, we got the Star in reverse. Another card that wants to come out for Libra. Okay, we have the Star in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. So, Libra, it seems like you have a lot of doubt and disappointments that's taking place the next coming weeks. But with the Ace of Pentacles comes an opportunity that's about to be manifested. Can you tell me more for Libra? Ten of Swords in reverse. Eight of Swords upright. Knight of Swords in reverse. Three of Cups. Is there any more cards that want to come out? Followed by the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, Libra. Oh, there's some that are showing themselves in the deck. Let me actually move this over here. Okay. Okay. So for Libra, it looks like you have the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Three of Cups upright, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Wands upright, followed by the Three of Swords, and then the Death in reverse. So, what I'm getting here is you've been very like, you've been in a lot of despair lately, but you've been doubting yourself, it looks like, and it seems like there is an opportunity that's about to be manifested here, which is going to indicate a new beginning for you. But regardless, you still will feel like a lot of like doubts. You don't really feel empowered right now. Even with the new opportunity that is going to come, like you're going to have a lot of self-doubt. And it's going to cause you to feel very like scattered brain with all the things that you want to do. You're not going to be charging in because you feel like reluctant. But regardless, it is a good opportunity. And it seems like you need to reach out to people that you're friends with regarding these things. It's like you need to take time to like go to your support circle and talk about these opportunities despite how you're feeling. You know, you're planting the seeds of these opportunities and you're watching them grow. You're just waiting to see, you know, if there's something going to come from this, right? But you know, also, I think that this is definitely a new beginning for you that's going to sprout forward from these like little opportunities that are being planted here. Soon enough, like you'll see like that, like your little efforts go into like motion. I'm also sensing here that there might be a beginning to a specific relationship or something that you're very passionate about, but it's not going to last long because there seems to be another third party involved. Yeah. Most importantly, you feel there's like a lot of like stagnation here and you've been holding back because of that. In order for things to begin, things have to end. That is just the normal universal cycle of like life. In order for things to begin, things have to end. And like for you, you don't really feel like things are ending yet or beginning. And that for you, you feel like in a very like stagnant pace with whatever pace you're in life right now with. I feel like this is a heavy feeling. Like you're just waiting for the seeds to grow. You've done the starting point and now you're just waiting and you're starting to doubt yourself. You're feeling uneasy. You don't know if you should stay still. But the thing is, there are opportunities coming your way, Libra. You just have to hang tight. and, you know, hold on to that. I'm getting a lot of good vibes here, though. Like, there are opportunities about to start for you, Libra. What are some hidden factors? What are some hidden factors here? Okay, these are sticking up. You got the Hermit in reverse, Queen of Cups, the Sun, the Nine of Swords, followed by the Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So, in regards to your hidden factors, Libra, it seems like you're going to be isolating yourself a lot, but you're going to also be very much in your intuition, which is good. Definitely be intuitive and be more receptive about like your like surroundings, because soon enough there are going to be things that will be looking out for you in the long run. You will find happiness, and then you're going to be able to rest easier at night. You'll feel like a sense of control and calmness that will come through soon. And you're going to be very happy. As hidden factors go, like, despite you feeling doubtful in yourself, you are going to be seeing a lot of good things coming your way soon. You just don't know it yet. You know, followed by the Knight of Pentacles, it's also showing me that, you know, there's a part of you that's going to be showing off that you are very dependable, or someone coming forward might be coming in your next couple of weeks that you can depend on. But like, be careful, because if you're too like careless and you hurry into things, it might get a little messy there. So just be cautious, take your time, don't rush into things. There's a lot of good things coming your way, and your intuition is most important here with the Queen of Cups. You're gonna feel much better soon, and you're gonna feel much more fulfilled than you have been feeling lately. This is not bad for your hidden factors. What's for advice? What's the advice for Libra? Six of Wands. Five of Swords in reverse. Right. We got the Lovers in reverse. Seems like these were going to come out. Okay. Judgment. Four of Cups. Two of Wands upright. Okay. So I will be reading all the advice cards that are upright with their descriptions. So we have the Six of Wands, right? And it says, after a tough battle, you have come up on top and are very publicly recognized for it. This is a great motivation booster for you to keep continuing with what you are doing. However, remember not to get it to your head and turn it to arrogance. Most important keywords here is triumph, public recognition, and success. So you will be successful here. Maybe you might have a really good opportunity that you've been waiting for, and things are starting to finally look up for you. But it's telling you to like be careful and not to be too arrogant because of the good luck that is coming. You know, like, you don't want the karmic, you know, universe to like come in and take that away because you're getting too full of yourself, you know? You always have to be in moderation. With the Five of Swords in reverse, it's talking about unresolved conflicts and a reopening of wounds. So whatever issues you might have that might come into play that hasn't been resolved might show itself at some point. So like, be cautious while you're being successful and pay mind to those things that you haven't really taken care of, the unresolved conflicts you have going on. You have the Lovers in reverse. So I'm not sure if there is a love situation here that might be coming to mind that might be describing this. But if there is, just know that, you know, there's going to be like some issues involving communication with loved ones. Maybe there is a big imbalance. Maybe that's something that you haven't really been taken care of in terms of your like unresolved conflicts. And then we got the Judgment upright. So the Judgment card often indicates that you need to take a life-changing decision, but unlike those associated with the Logical Justice card, this decision requires a blend of intuition and intellect. You are experiencing a spiritual awakening and realizing that you are destined for so much more. You hear their call and you're ready to act. So this definitely shows like a different outcome that's coming into play soon. And then you have the Four of Cups in reverse. It seems like you're also going to be isolating yourself And then the Two of Wands. With the initial spark of the Ace of Wands, you're ready to start putting your ambitions to use. You are taking your ideas and turning them into tangible plans. This is a card of exiting your comfort zone and broadening your horizons, perhaps with travel or new career or further education. So you will be successful despite having unresolved conflicts. And there might be issues with communication here as well. But there is definitely going to be a new change coming your way, a new outcome for you that you are looking forward to. It might be a little slow until then with that Four of Cups showing itself. You might be isolating yourself. You might be like being really aloof, but just understand that there are opportunities to come and you have to like be optimistic and keep an eye out and moving forward and discovering new things. Okay, Libra? And that's it for your mid-March message, Libra. Okay, continuing off with our air signs. Gemini. What are some messages that are coming in for Gemini? We got the Hierophant. Do you see some cards wanting to come out? Let's see. Gemini. What's the messages for Gemini? What are some mid messages for Gemini, please? Okay. Okay, so Gemini, it seems like there might be an issue regarding a commitment that you are having with someone. There might be, let's see, with the Hierophant and the Eight of Swords, it seems like there might have been a miscommunication that you're having with someone that you're committed to. Can you please tell me more? It seems like it's really frustrating you too. Okay, we have the Hangman in reverse. See this card. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. King of Swords, Knight of Cups. Okay. This is sticking out. The Magician. And the Moon. Okay, let's see what's happening here. So Gemini, it seems like regarding this commitment that you have, where there might be some miscommunication and frustration that is taking place, we have the Hangman in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles upright, the Queen of Swords upright, the Knight of Cups, the Magician, and then the Moon in reverse. So someone here is much about their money, much about like feeling satisfied and enjoying their money, right? And there seems to be a crossroads here between you and another person. Doesn't seem like people are trying to be open-minded about one or the other. You kind of have your own perspective and your own opinions on regarding the situation, and so does this person. I also see the Queen of Swords coming in, so someone here has been closed off and been very cold-hearted and closed off. But the thing is, it's not like they're dumb. They like either you or the other person. Like this could be either or. Take it how it resonates. But someone here is being very cold-hearted, but they're not dumb. Okay, they're very much aware of some things that are happening, but they're just not being open about it. And they've been very like kind of like independent, even though they're not. You know. We do have the Knight of Cups coming in as well. It seems like you're trying to be coming in more sensitive and more romantic to warm up this person who's been giving a cold shoulder to you. You are taking action on this, and it is showing that you are trying to be resourceful and manifest a better connection with this person that's been separate. I do think that you guys might have gotten into an argument, and it's like been very stagnant between you guys. So you've been keeping distance for self-care and taking care of yourself while this person has been distant and quiet. You are the other person, but someone here is planning to be coming in and taking action and doing a gesture that is very romantic. I also see that there will be some clarity coming to your consciousness about the scenario. Maybe this person will eventually open up and talk to you and things will get better. Can I get some hidden messages for Gemini, please? Oh. Okay, we have the Emperor coming out there. Okay, what else? Death card, the Hermit, 5 of Pentacles, Four of Wands in reverse. I do see these cards sticking out. Followed by the Ace of Swords. Okay, so regarding hidden factors, so somebody here, and I'm guessing the other person, comes off very like, it's someone that you highly respect and has a lot of authoritative like power in the relationship. They seem to like have a lot of structure, but I do see something coming to an end here. But just understand that when some things, when it comes to an end, comes up, there's a following that will come through where things will begin again. Like, there is no death without a beginning, a birth of some sort. So maybe this is a cycle in the connection that will come to an end, and you will be taking time away where you're gonna do some soul searching. You're gonna have a lot of introspective self-reflection that you'll be doing with that Hermit card coming in. You might want to be alone and, you know, find some inner guidance in how you want to go about like your days. I do see that there have been some financial issues that will be coming through as well. So just be careful with your money. I'm not sure if there was a lot of financial loss in this commitment, but I do see like there might be some issues regarding finance, but just understand, like, you know, with some things coming to an end, there comes a beginning. And it seems like you might have some personal conflict with others. So you're going to be really isolating yourself to avoid that. I do see the Ace of Swords coming in reverse here as well. So you're going to be rethinking some things. Like, you have an idea of what to do, but there will be a new change of pace that you will be adjusting to. So you might feel like very confused, and there might be some personal, you know, chaos that you might be trying to work through. Just understand that things happen for a reason, and you need time to really like feel the change and basically come across your own discovery of wisdom from the situation. I also do see that you are afraid of change, so you need a lot of time to plan things before going into something new. What are some advice we can get for Gemini, please? Two of Cups, Death card in reverse, the Magician in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse, Nine of Pentacles, okay, Nine of Swords, and then the Ten of Wands. Okay, so regarding your advice, and I will be reading the cards that are upright, so you would have a better understanding of what it's the message. So it starts off with the Two of Cups, right? Two of Cups is about a relationship built on respect, harmony, and support. It is a love that is inspiring, emotionally fulfilling, and built from mutual attraction. With this card, typically indicates romantic relationships. It can also signify non-romantic partners, like a business partner or a platonic friend. So this is talking about the type of relationship this might be pertaining to, all right? But it is about regarding a partnership and your advice for that partnership. So we do see the Death card in reverse, showing that there is a resistance to change that will be impacting your sleep schedule. With the Magician in reverse, we're also seeing some... Now I'm saying like keywords like deceit, mental illness, and disgrace. So there might be also like a lack of manifestation, but that kind of makes sense here. If like there is like an issue going on with between you and a partner that is affecting your sleep schedule, like it's going to be affecting your mental health, and you might have a hard time understanding some deceitful actions. I do see a lot more of restlessness and stress coming in with that Four of Swords in reverse. And then with the Nine of Pentacles coming in, it does say, after working hard for a long time, you're about to reap the benefits of your labor. Nine of Pentacles signifies that you've reached a time of indulgence, opulence, comfort, and sufficiency. Enjoy it because you deserve it. So it is advising you with that Nine of Pentacles that you should go out there and enjoy some of your, benefits. Maybe you need self-care days to yourself while you're going through this, and just, reap the benefits that you worked so hard for. And then with the Nine of Swords, it's also talking about a lot of overthinking, guilt that might be taking place, okay? And with the advice card, last one is Ten of Wands. It says you worked hard to accomplish your goals, but now you must deal with the burden of success. You find that in order to stay up on top, you must maintain the responsibilities you've created and keep working. You may even need to let go of some of those responsibilities to avoid overburden. So achievement, responsibility, and burden. So understand this. Whatever is happening here, at least there's a balance in the workplace where whatever success you've made and accomplishments, it will stay and it will continue to grow. But you might need help reassigning some work to other people that should be taking up on it, unless you want to get like burnt out, which is something that I doubt anyone wants. But with all that's happening in your personal life, you do need time to yourself. And if you feel like you are going to be arguing with people and you want to avoid that, definitely take some time to really think things through. But also be on top of your work and try to balance all the responsibilities you have made in the workplace, and try not to overburn yourself. But yeah, those are your messages, Gemini, for mid-March. I hope this helps you, and check you out in the next one. March. I'm gonna end it with Aquarius. What are some messages for Aquarius, please? Oh. Knight of Cups. Okay. What the fuck? Is there another card that wants to join that? Oh, we have a few. Interesting. Of course I'm going to pull more cards, but let's see what this is telling us. What the hell? This is so weird. Okay, so we got the Knight of Cups coming in, which gives off a lot of like romantic energy, very, very sensitive, Prince Charming type of aura, right? I don't know if this is you, Aquarius, or the other person, but this is showing us that there is, in regards to being fair, with the Justice card, Page of Cups in reverse, and then the Tower in reverse. Okay, so what I'm gathering here is somebody is coming in with this energy of like being romantic, being sensitive, this knight in shining armor type of like entrance, where they're trying to be very honest. They want to talk about the truth about something that's very important, but they're also being very much fair here. I'm sensing a lot of balance with this beam of justice that's popping out to me. It looks like there might be also an apology here. And the reason why I'm saying apology is because we have the Page of Cups here in reverse. Somebody here was very naive and irrational, and that might have caused issues that needs to be repaired. That's why the Justice card is coming here. Because then you also have the Tower card in reverse here, right? And it seems like Aquarius, I'm not sure if this is you or someone else, but whoever this is, this person has felt like they've been confined and imprisoned in this issue that happened. There was a Tower moment where everyone felt like they were shaken up, and they're still stuck there. Like there's this level of feeling confined to this issue, and like there's a lot of self-reflection. You've been feeling like very naive of how it was handled, and like you want to, like there's like this calling of coming in being honest, telling the truth, being fair, being sensitive, coming in with an offer. This is like a white flag energy. White flag energy. Tell me more. Tell me more, please. Lemons, who are you sharing the live with, bro? All these cards are coming out, brother. Alright, I'm gonna read this. This is a lot. What the hell, bro? Can you guys see it? Wait, can you guys see it? Sorry. My screen, I had to refresh my screen on my laptop. Oh, you miss La Lune? Okay. Alright, let's read this for you, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, I sense that you've been feeling very exhausted lately. And kind of stuck with this Four of Swords in reverse. You have Four of Swords in reverse, Knight of Pentacles reverse, Page of Swords upright, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Star card upright, King of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Swords in reverse. Oh, oops. Nine of Cups in reverse and Eight of Cups. I mean, the Strength card. This is actually hard for me to read. Let me actually move this around. For me to read, actually. I want to... Okay, there we go. If anything, I'll just move this up here. So, Aquarius, it seems like you have been feeling very like exhausted and restless with that Four of Swords. I'm also sensing there's this level of not being really reliable either. You've been in this weird depressive state, Aquarius. You're not really reliable, and you're kind of been lazy. This is not you. This is something very different. Like, there's like when you're... Okay, some people, they're like burned out, they're tired, they don't want to do much. That's normal. But this isn't normal for you. And you're usually more energetic than this. And it's like, with that Page of Swords coming in, it's like you want to go back to who you were. And there's like, with the Ace of Pentacles following through, it's showing like, there's a lot of loss that's taking place here. You've been very like disorganized and you feel like a failure. And this is causing to like, make you more depressed and being really like exhausted and tired and not wanting to do much. You don't want to move. You used to be different. You used to not be like this. And it seems like you've been self-reflecting that a lot lately. And you're trying to understand like how to go back to who you once were. And it also seems like, what is happening here? You're trying to be more creative with the Star card. And this is an Aquarius card, by the way. You're trying really hard to be more creative. You're trying to like pull in more opportunities for yourself as well. I feel like you're also going through some stagnancy because of this lack of like effort that you've been dealing with lately. With that King of Pentacles in reverse. You also have been very stubborn and miserable. You want to feel more open and empowered to being free. You want to be able to like do things for yourself, but like there's something blocking it. Like you did all, like you want this, like you're free, but like you're not really feeling empowered, you know? It's like, it's one thing when you're like freedom where like you, okay, so let me explain it like this. There's people out there who have dealt with not being free, and they feel like they're stuck and they can't really be themselves, and it really drags them out. And then suddenly they're free, they're able to do the things they want, they go out and they do those things. And it's like, you want to feel that way, but you're not feeling that. You don't feel empowered to go out there and do things that you always wanted to do when you didn't feel like you were free. But you technically are free, and instead of doing those things, you're kind of just like exhausted and not doing much with that. It's kind of like, you're kind of like disappointed in yourself to some extent. And then you get the Nine of Cups in reverse, which is talking about like a lot of selfishness and being greedy and materialism. But like, there's so many things you want, but then it's just like, you don't really feel empowered to go after it, if that makes sense. And then like with the Strength card in reverse, it's like, you don't really feel confident. You have a lot of doubt. It's like, this isn't you. You know that this isn't you. And it's like, you feel frustrated. Like, you're like, why am I stuck in this rut? And it's like, you shouldn't be. You want to be better. You want to be doing these things that you've always wanted to do. You want to tackle new opportunities. You want to be able to like handle things differently. But yet you're not. And instead, you feel very impatient and you're doubting yourself. Like, why aren't I doing this? Why am I not going forward with these things that I've always wanted to do now? You know? Where's some hidden factors for Aquarius? I feel like Aquarius, like, there's a lot of like stagnancy here that got you feeling a type of way. Again, the Knight of Cups keeps coming out. Who is this Knight of Cups, bro? Like, do you want to be saved? Is there someone that you hope can, like, save you? Like, this is just confusing to me. Hold on, let me look at the first cards again. Okay. Either this is you, or this is you and another person. That's how I'm seeing it as. Because this card came up again, and it's in the same position upright. It's like you want your a knight in shining armor to save. You want to be saved by someone who is fair, that is bringing in harmony, and is always going to be telling you the truth. Because you're this naive person that's stuck in the tower. It's kind of like it. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. I'm sorry. It's funny to me because it's talking about being confined in a tower moment. And I know like there's another meaning behind it, but I can't help but draw like a fairy tale ending, especially with this card coming out twice. Oh, okay. Enough joking around, Nikki. Okay, what are some other cards for the hidden factors? If that's involving a second person, then this is starting to make more sense. Oh. Okay, we got the Page of Swords again coming out. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Hidden factors. Huh. Interesting. This is getting really interesting, guys. Justice card's coming out again. There's a lot of repetitive cards coming out here. Okay, I'm not going to read anymore. Let's see. Hidden factors. Placement is very important here. So, in regards to hidden factors, with the Knight of Cups upright and the Page of Swords, followed by the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, the Fool, the Three of Swords, Four of Wands, the Magician, and Justice card. Justice again. This is all repetitive things too. So I'm just saying, in terms of hidden factors, Aquarius, You want to be saved. You want to be saved by someone that comes in with a proposal, and you feel like this person is going to save you to be the person you think you're supposed to be. This Page of Swords. This Page of Swords person is someone who is always on the go. They always have new ways of like doing things. They always have like new ideas. They're always curious. They always thirst for knowledge. This is who you recognize yourself as, the Page of Swords. And so you feel like you need to be saved by someone that can bring this side of you back. And so you're not really saying this out loud to others too. Like you're keeping this secret. Yeah, you're not. Okay. So it's just interesting. In terms of hidden factors, right? With the Emperor card and the Queen of Swords coming out together, there's someone in mind that there's someone in mind that has like this very strong leadership aura to them. They have a lot of authority in their energy, very masculine energy, very practical. Might be an Aries because of the Emperor card. That is coming off overly emotional. You think that they're being like really bitchy and cold-hearted and bitter. And this is another Aries card with the Fool card. There might be like a new beginning that might come into play with this, but it might be wary of like this shows like there might be a beginning that involves like naivety to some extent. A lot of innocent energy here as well. Person may have come off like somewhat innocent with this type of aura, but there was some conflict that took place, a lot of heartbreak and grief. Might have been a separation of some sort that caused a depression. There might be a third person that was probably involved, a third person or like a third person factor type of thing. But like you got the Four of Wands in reverse coming out also. That kind of insinuates that there might have been conflict with others that occurred. Maybe that's why this person is very cold and bitter, because they had issues with other people. And there was like a lack of support. And it seems like there's a manifestation of justice. There's so many repetitive cards. I'm actually kind of baffled here, guys. This never happened. So basically, like, there's some type of manifestation taking place with that Magician card coming in between the Four of Wands in reverse and Justice. It's showing me that because there was a lack of support and there might have been conflict with others and people separated because of that, it's going to result into a manifestation where justice comes into play, the truth comes out, and there will be a balance of equality soon that is going to come into the situation, with the goal in mind and the dream of like your knight coming to save you and change you and help you change back to the person that you are. But it's like this is involving someone who has like a lot of leadership, a lot of respect, a lot of authority figure, masculine energy, that might be still a little, you consider as overly emotional. You're also kind of worried that they might be easily influenced by others, and it might make them bitchy and cold-hearted and cruel or bitter or whatever. Like there's a lot of like coldness in this Queen of Swords energy with the Emperor card. But there's like a new beginning, like a hope for a new beginning to happen. But like there was like a lot of heartbreak that took place here. Someone who might have been heartbroken. Which would make sense. Interesting. Can I get some advice? Some advice for Aquarius, please. I see these cards sticking out. I'm like, Ten of Swords, the Emperor in reverse, Seven of Cups, King of Wands, Death card in reverse. Oh, okay, okay. You don't want to come up. I also got to feed Dover soon. Any more cards want to come out for Aquarius? Okay, we have one here. Any more cards want to come out for Aquarius? One more shuffle. Oh, you see that one came out. And then we have another one sticking out here. Okay. Aquarius, let's go into your advice. Any card here that is upright, I'm going to read the little description so that it can help you resonate more with what is being said from the card. So in regards to your advice, we have the Ten of Swords, the Emperor in reverse, Seven of Cups, King of Wands, Death card in reverse. Then we got the Justice upright, Page of Swords in reverse, Queen of Wands upright, Two of Swords upright. So I'm going to read all the cards that are upright, and then I'm going to read my interpretation, okay? Just to like more summarize. Ten of Swords. You may have recently experienced a crushing failure, betrayal, or disaster that brings you to your knees. However, you should be mindful of not making yourself into a martyr because of it. This card means you've hit rock bottom. From here on out, there's nowhere else to go but up. And then Seven of Cups. You may be faced with a lot of choices before you, but be wise in choosing which will benefit you and which won't. Do not get so caught up in your dreams that you start to ignore reality. Yikes. Justice. The Justice card, yeah, the Justice came out in all readings. The Justice card represents justice, fairness, truth, and the law. You are being called to account for your actions and will be judged accordingly. If you have acted in alignment with your higher self and for the greater good of others, you have nothing to worry about. However, if you haven't, you will be called out and made to own up to your actions. Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is strong, fierce, independent, and confident. She can take care of herself, knows what she wants, and can get a lot done with the determination and authenticity. When going forth with your actions, do it boldly and fearlessly. Two of Swords. Two of Swords is about being stuck with a difficult decision and being afraid to proceed. However, lack of action may make the situation worse. A decision must be made, but only once you have all the needed information. Interesting. So, with the other cards. So, in regards to your advice, it seems like there was an ending that came about where you felt like there was may have been backstabbed by some people. You might feel defeated to some extent with a betrayal. But then you got the Emperor coming in reverse, right? So it's like some extra details falling through with the Ten of Swords. It's showing that there was an abuse of power and you need to take control of something. So regarding the situation that had occurred where you felt defeated, it was you had to basically do something to gain control over the situation. And now there's a lot of wishful thinking that took place here, but that's not real. With that Seven of Cups, it's talking about like you're facing a lot of choices before you. And you have to think about what will benefit you and what won't. And you have to be careful to not ignore reality. Like, that's also kind of a hard pill to swallow. It's like, you know, not really like making the right choice that will benefit you versus the choice that you want, even though it doesn't benefit you. And like, sometimes it's hard for us to like really go forward with what's right for us. And then you got the King of Wands in reverse, where it's talking about like being impulsive and might be a like pushiness and aggression. So you got to be careful to not be impulsive and come off too aggressive. Like, I know it's hard to control impulsivity, especially if like you feel triggered, but like that's something that needs to be mastered. The best control is not over the situation, but over what you have control of, which is you, and what thoughts you're willing to act on and which thoughts you're not going to act on. Controlling the impulse is your best move here, Aquarius. When and where you do that and how you come off. Um, with the Death card in reverse, it's also talking about resistance to change. So even though something ended, it's like you're not really accepting that it ended. And so with the Justice card coming in, like I feel like this might be some type of like karmic awareness that is being said to you that you're probably reflecting on, like because the Justice card came out in all three different parts of the reading. Like if you're like what it says is basically like if you were fair and you were truthful, then you'll be okay, you know? You have nothing to worry about. But if you haven't been fair and you haven't been honest, you will be called out and be asked to be owning up to your own actions in terms of accountability. So you always have to take a step back, not get impulsive, and actually think things through before doing anything. You want to come off in a way where you're being fair, because if not, you will get called out. And that's something that I think is bothering you the most here in all the readings. In this overall reading with all these rounds of cards is like, there's a lot of self-reflection here. And, you also just want to make sure with that Page of Swords in reverse, because this is like, it came out in all readings, but like in both readings, like it was upright, but here it's in reverse. So it's like, you're not really like being honest. There's like a level of deceit and undelivered promises. Like you have to be honest and own up and hold accountability. Otherwise you won't be that Page of Swords that you are. Because right now you're not it right now, is what it's saying. And then it's followed by that Queen of Wands card and then the Two of Swords card, where it's talking about like, you need to have more determination and courage to being independent. There needs to be more balance here. You're not making a decision here yet, but you're being called to make a decision where to pull in more balance in this situation. So yeah, that's your message. I hope this resonates and helps guide you into like figuring out what you need to do going forward. And yeah, that's for Aquarius.